Hello, prodigal siblings. It's Mama Cats, also known as Miss Kitty, right here on the channel Not for Entertainment Purposes. Today we are discussing um, disobedience or obedience, and also procrastination. So, um, so if you've seen the short, I mentioned that procrastination is a sin. And I know this now, but God is still working with me on it because I do procrastinate quite a bit. And for example, he told me to start this channel, and I rationalized that he knows I'm a procrastinator, so he knows I'm not gonna do it like right away. I gotta research, I gotta look at stuff, but thing is, it's been cool. I don't even want to say how long it took me to actually start the channel, right? So, it's been a while. Anyway, I have some videos I'd like to share with you about that. And, I don't know how long. Okay, this is only like 2 minutes long. But, this young lady, I just started, hold on. I just started, don't do that. I just started, her videos just started showing up on my feed. And, I don't endorse anyone because you don't know, like, all of someone's, beliefs and views and everything like that. So, of course, there's going to be some things that you don't agree with. So I don't exactly endorse anyone, but I will tell you that I pay attention to some people because of their content and things that they say. And this young lady, her channel is called Real Estate Bay. I don't know her real name. I just know this. And like I said, her videos just started popping up on my feed. This particular video is about the topic that I want to discuss. So I wanted to share this because it's only like 2 minutes and 40 seconds long, but it says a lot about how we go about obedience, how we go about being disobedient. We know we hear the Lord's voice. We know we hear or we feel the prompting of the Holy Spirit, but we try to rationalize, is that really him? Is that just coming from me? Or like, I don't really want to do that. Or, different things that we say or that we, kind of discuss with him, depending on your relationship with him, is how you go about it. But just listen to how she does, and I will show her too. And I'm giving her a shout out because I am going to show her face. I don't know how it's going to show up like phone to phone, but let's just say my tech savvy as far as doing the channel and all of that is very limited. So here we go with Real Estate Bay talking about obedience.
A couple.
Oh, it's not showing up very good.
To me and says you're getting ready to pay for all their groceries. Now, if you really, 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 really know me, and I mean from childhood, I'm an introvert. I don't talk to people. I go into a place, come out of a place. I don't even want people to know who I am. Like, oh, that was the one girl. It wasn't her. So we're in the grocery store. I'm going in there to get some juice. I'm like, Lord, I'm getting ready to be in here for 3 to 4 minutes. I'm not even finna be in here a long time. That's a whole family shopping over there. They finna be in here for a long time. Can I just get the cash and give it to them? Like, can I just leave a note by their car? Like, I don't want to talk. I'm just trying to get in and get out. Then I started bargaining with the Lord. This is all in disobedience, by the way, the heart posture of it. But I started bargaining with the Lord. I said, okay, Lord, if this is you speaking, obviously it's him speaking. I'm not getting ready to tell my own self to pay for somebody's groceries when I'm an introvert. So you know it's the Lord speaking when it goes against your initial will and while you're going into a place. Anywho, I said, Lord, if it's your will, if this is you speaking, then they will be in front of me in the grocery line. Now, this is me thinking
okay, I want to stop it right there because that's the other thing we do. Then we do like a kind of, if if this, then that. We try to get out of doing what he told us to do by saying, oh, well, if it's really you saying this, then this will happen. Or, so that's what she did. Hold on.
I'm going to get the Lord. So I'm like, there ain't no way they finna get in front of me. This is a whole family. I'm coming in here by myself. It's nobody in my car. I'm by myself. I'm getting ready to grab some juice and leave. I hit a couple owls because I'm like, oh, yeah, I want them one type of chips. They don't have the type of chips. I'm literally, this is the checkout line. I'm literally like this. The family cuts me off and gets in front of me. I said,
my God.
Here we are. Let me go ahead and be obedient. So I walk over to them. They have $15 worth of groceries. I'm like, Lord, $15, but what I think it was him dealing with me. Keep watching. So I walk over to them. I said, can I bother y'all really quickly? I need to be obedient to the Lord. Will you allow me to pay for your groceries? No, it's just fruit and water. Oh my gosh, no. So they did that for a little bit. I said, yeah, go ahead and let me be obedient. So they finally let me come over. I clicked, my card for tap, took some cash out, gave her some cash as well because they didn't have that many groceries. And then at the end, we started to chat just a little bit. I said, the Lord told me to do this. They were actually very, very funny, very, very grateful and those types of things. But here's what I heard the Lord say to me. He's getting ready to deal with my, and maybe yours too, swift obedience. Makes sense? A lot of times when I hear a word from the Lord, I'm like, oh, what is this going to turn into? It don't matter what is getting ready to turn into. Can you be obedient on what I am telling you to do? Now, he breadcrumbs us. And so ultimately, can you be obedient here, and then here, and then here, and then here? And what he's doing, woman of God or man of God watching this, is he's strengthening your muscle to be quickly obedient so he can trust you with large assignments. That's for you in 2026.
All right.
And it's going to the
right there, it's like she said, she knew. She was like, let me go ahead and be obedient. But then he convicts her later after she was obedient to say, I need you to be obedient swiftly. It's my voice. My children, my sheep hear my voice. They know my voice, right? So, it's my voice. I'm talking to you. Do what I told you to do. That's how we talk to our children, right? When you talk to your child and you say, hey, I need you to go clean your room. Do we expect them to say, well, do you really want me to do that? Yeah, that's what I told you to do. So get to it, hop to it, right? So that's how we need to do when we're dealing with the Lord. Now, don't act like I am not acting like I am holier than thou. Like I am swift to do it. He's working on me too. Like I said at the beginning, I procrastinate a lot. I am working on that. He is working on that with me. But it's the fact that I know that I need to work on it. It's the fact that I know he is working on it with me. It's the fact that I do know my Father's voice. And I don't always obey swiftly. And I'm trying to be more swift about it, right? So, now, everything isn't a condemnation, right? The Lord corrects us. He corrects those he loves, right? So, everything is not a condemnation. It's like I said, it's like talking to your child. We are his children. And he is directing our paths, right? That's what we want from him. That's when you give up your control and say, Lord, here is my life. Here it is. Do what you will with me, right? That is very hard to do. That is like the main reason the prodigals are out there, because they want to have control. Believe me, I know. Out there a long time. So, everything is not a condemnation. You can also hear a joyful, right? Like this guy here is called Trent Tribe. I am following him, and like I said, not endorsing anyone, but a lot of what he says is right on point. And this one, he's talking about the part when Jesus comes up and, well, he's going to tell it. Hold on.
It's already under where you're standing currently. You know, what if God is not asking you to go out and get a new life or to get new circumstances, but to trust him in the one that you already have? You know, in Luke chapter 5, the disciples had fished all night and had nothing to show for it but some empty nets and some empty hands and probably a few frustrated hearts. You know, they had exhausted their own experience, their own strength, and their own strategy. But then Jesus, somebody help me out right now. But then Jesus says something that sounds almost offensive to a bunch of tired people. He says, well, just cast your nets on the other side. As if that's going to make a difference, right? But notice what Jesus didn't change. He didn't give them a new boat. He didn't give them new water. He didn't give them new nets. He didn't replace the fishermen. It was the same boat, the same sea, the same circumstances, the same people. The only difference was a word from the Lord and the obedience to trust it. You know,
this is one thing I want to say about that. Okay, so a lot of the times we're looking for explanation. We want him to tell us each and every step of his plan. Well, that's not how he works. He's not going to say, he didn't say, cast your nets on the other side of the boat, because I have provided for you an abundance of fish that you're going to, and you're going to need to call those guys over to help you get that net back in the boat. Okay? Now, all he said was, cast it on the other side. That's it. That's all. And sometimes that's all that's all the instruction that you're going to get is the action that you're supposed to take. You're not going to get an explanation of what is going to come from you taking that action. Okay? So, let me see. I don't know if I'm supposed to stop it there or if he's supposed to keep going. So, hold on.
But here's what's crazy to me and also powerful at the same time. The provision had already been summoned to the place of their frustration. Did you hear me? Listen,
Woo.
While they were tired, God was working. You know, while they were doubting, God was moving. While they were washing empty nets thinking nothing was there, schools of fish were already being caught beneath the surface.
That's right.
By the one who created the sea itself. The fish had already been summoned. The miracle was already in motion.
Yeah.
Heaven was already preparing provision before they ever received the instruction to cast their net again. Could you imagine what it would have looked like underneath that boat before the miracle happened? Fish circling beneath disappointment, provision swimming beneath frustration, overflow gathering underneath exhaustion.
Yes.
You see, they thought they were sitting over emptiness, but they were actually floating over abundance that they couldn't see.
All right. So, a lot of times, your blessing is right there. But we want that explanation. We also want instant gratification. Like their gratification was instant. Like they threw those nets over and next thing they knew, those nets was heavy. Right? And suddenly, like bam. It didn't say like they had to wait. Now, waiting on the Lord is a saying because we have to. We have to wait on the Lord. And he, that's the other saying is he's always right on time. Like we think, oh, I got to make a move. Because the enemy is always trying to get you to move in your own spirit, in your own energy, right? On your own self, because he wants you to put self before God. But you got to put God before self. That means you wait on him. That means you listen for his instruction. That means you move when he says move. I said move when I say move. Right? So, disobedience will get you, it will delay your blessing. You might have to like Okay, not as bad as the Hebrew children wandering around in the desert, right? Because he had to kill off that whole generation. Or he didn't kill them off. He did some of them, right? Did you read it? Okay. But he didn't kill them off. He waited for them to die off, right? That whole disobedient generation had to die off. Now, the Lord is the same as he was yesterday, today, and forever. But his grace is different, right? The grace that he provided us with Jesus' sacrifice gives us that, okay, you didn't move when I said move, or you moved before I said move. That's what it is. You moved before I told you to. And now that blessing has been delayed. Now you're going to have to work this out. You're going to have to wander a bit before it gets back to you, before you get back to it, right? Boy, I tell you, it's something to work on. It's something to work on. Now, we are going to talk about this some more because procrastination will also delay your blessing. One of the other things that I wanted to share might take a little longer, and this is already like going into 17 minutes. So we're going to cut it right here. Just remember, as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. If you need help, put it in the comments. I'll pray for you. And as always, I'm not going to beg for all of that, like, share, and whatever they say. That ain't me, right? You do what you need to do. And we'll see you next time. All right.